Thank you for joining us for the PEBCAK
Hold on.
Podcast. Oh, it's Brian this
Wah,
time.
wah,
Yeah.
wah.
I hit record and it just crashed immediately. That's wild.
Hello, my friends.
Thank you for joining us for the PEBCAK Podcast, weekly information security show featuring some all-around good people. It is week 44 of 2025. I'm Jarvis Leonard III, and is it just me, or is it getting darker earlier now?
Who the hell is Jarvis Leonard III?
Glenn hasn't been keeping up with the episodes.
No, I guess not. So,
I don't even understand the reference. I think I'm the one that might have made it up.
You did. Who also come up with such an outrageous name? With me, we have my co-host Duke Silver, who is severely disappointed that Grand Theft Auto 6 got delayed again.
I'll be honest with you, I didn't know that it got delayed again, so there's that. Actually, you put like a screenshot of something. All I know is they spent like $2 billion on this game, which is
I
insane.
sent it in the group chat, yeah.
that's an insane amount.
It's still delayed. We're still like a year out.
How many copies do you have to sell at $60 a pop? I guess it must be in-app purchases was going to cover the net on this one, right?
I think so, yeah. Like GTA Online 5, which came out like, I want to say like 12 years ago or more, like that still has a thriving online community and people buy, GTA bucks through that. So they're keeping afloat somehow.
Yeah, good
Do
for
you
them.
play? Have you guys played GTA?
Never online.
I
no.
played, I've only played the campaign, single player campaign, and it was, that GTA 5 was really good. Good storyline.
I didn't know there was a difference. I thought it was always online.
No.
I just remember
Online, I immediately just get killed. Like I have no skill for the online. I don't know what the heck I'm doing. I'm gonna get killed immediately.
I thought it was funny as I remember like reading about Grand Theft Auto 5 and like there's like an adult club there. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. And I was like, I wonder how long it would take to find it. And it's like right around the corner from his house. I'm like, get the hell out of here.
Of
I was like,
course
this
it
is too easy. Yeah.
Yeah. And since you heard that third voice, we'd finally have Glenn Medina back, who just celebrated a proud papa moment.
Yeah, it's awesome. I got a doctor in my family, in my immediate family.
There you go.
That's insane.
Pretty awesome.
Dr.
Pretty
Medina.
awesome. And she's going to be making some pretty good bones. So she might be coming off the payroll faster than I thought.
Yeah, she'll pay for your retirement home, Glenn.
Thank goodness. I hope
She'll
so.
wipe your butt.
and not because that's her job.
Yeah.
It's because she actually loves me. So
Yep.
Is the doctor in theology? What is the doctor in?
Physical therapy.
I know, I'm just messing. You're supposed to laugh at that. That's not a real doctor, you know that.
Doctorate in underwater basket weaving.
That's it. Or something like English.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
No guests this week, just us hosts. Combined, we still have decades of information security experience here, not just to educate, but to entertain. We've got 4 awesome stories for you this week, so sit back, relax, and read a good book after you're done listening to the podcast.
Did you say we still have decades of experience in information security? It's like, did we lose a decade here and there?
Yeah, sometimes we have guests, like we're like borderline centuries of experience. We have a good 1 or 2
Yes.
good guests on.
Do you remember on Howard Stern, they used to have a special guest, and it was evil David Letterman, who would just say the most out of pocket stuff. The guy, like he was like, he would do impersonations of David Letterman, but like it sounded like it was him. But then all of a sudden, like he just go off the rail. I was like, we need one of those. Like, you guys need to figure out how to do
We
impersonations.
have you. What are you
hire
talking
voice
about?
actor.
We've got Duke Silver in our corner. Why do we need an
No.
evil David Letterman?
I wanted like an evil, David Letterman on the pod. People would be like, they need to go on video. How did they get David Letterman? Who would be a great person to impersonate? That if we could, that would somewhat appeal.
Impersonate?
Alex
Yeah.
Jones.
No, that's way too off base. He's the guy that's
You
like
guys are saying names. I have no idea who the heck we're talking about now.
the
That
frogs.
must be
Turn
Irish.
the water's turned the frogs gay, Glenn, here.
Oh.
Yeah,
He's
he's a
that guy.
giant conspiracy theorist. No, who
Yeah.
would be a good security person that everyone knows?
Oh.
Krebs.
Probably not
Krebs.
Krebs. I have no idea what he sounds
Kevin
like.
Mitnick. Rest
He's
in
dead.
peace.
Yeah. What the guy? Well, yeah, I'm sure Scott Savage will tell us, like, oh, this is what you
I
should
was
do.
I was listening to a pod last night with Joe Rogan, and he had Theo Vaughn on. I thought Theo Vaughn's awesome. So
He is hilarious.
Yeah.
Like he's the right amount of like serious, but the right amount of like I don't care.
yeah,
He'll just
crazy.
say like
He's
the
got a
most
little bit
off the rail
and he's
things.
got a little bit of crazy with him too, right?
Yeah.
So yeah.
This week we're going to talk about Microsoft Edge protecting users from scams, a Who Watches the Watchmen story. For our third topic, executives sell secrets to Russia, and close with line waiting talk. For our first topic, Microsoft's Edge browser built on Chromium will get a scareware sensor for faster scam detection. Scareware happens when an error message appears on the screen and warns the user that their computer is infected or some other type of lure to get the victim to call the scammers. And sometimes they have like loud noise, it's full screen, you can't exit the full screen, flashing lights, just really annoying and attention getting. This is on the heels of a disturbing and tragic news story about an elderly couple that were swindled out of over $1 million, their entire life savings, from a tech support scam that made them believe their bank account was being used to launder money for terrorists. Microsoft will use on-device AI to scan the contents of a web page and use Defender Smart Screen to block suspected tech support scams. In addition to that detection, the blocker will now exit full screen mode, display a warning, stop any loud audio, and show a page thumbnail so you can see what it looks like before you open it. Users can also report these scam sites to protect others by sharing that diagnostic information and screenshots with Microsoft, which helps that smart screen service detect scareware better.
What are they going to do with the customers that use Mac?
We don't get scared. This is never. I'm listening to this. Like, wow, I've never in my
Never
entire
had that
life.
problem.
Yeah, exactly. So option
Like I
one.
switched my parents over to the Mac a long time ago. So
Yeah.
And a lot of like the tech support scams means your Windows machine is infected, call Microsoft support. So there's that piece of it.
I remember, like Glenn, I converted my parents over to Mac. My stepdad hated it to this day. He was like, "Ugh, this thing, horrible. QuickBooks, need my QuickBooks to run." I'm like, you don't even have a business anymore. He's like, I need my P&L for the year. I'm like, all right, calm down.
It's all SaaS anyway. It's all in the
yeah.
cloud.
But my mom was like, she'd give me the call. She's like, Brian, Microsoft is, telling me I need to pay them. I was like, Mom, you don't have any Mac, or you don't have any Microsoft anymore. Just hang up. You'll be okay.
Yeah.
That's like my daughter getting a text from Fast Track that the car had a ticket for the non POV lane violation. I'm like, you don't own the car. How would they know to contact you?
Yeah.
Ooh, I have a PSA. I just found this out in Arizona. It used to be if you had an EV, you just use the HOV lane anytime you wanted to. And I guess in September they got rid of that, so you can no longer
That's
do it.
correct.
It has to be 2 or more people all the time.
It's
Yeah,
the rich
my
people
sticker
tax.
expired.
Yeah.
You say rich people, but it was honestly a lot of people were like, what was the first EV that was getting like 50 miles to the gallon or to the charge?
Prius?
Yeah, there was just a ton of
Prius,
Priuses
the
that are.
Volt,
I almost
yeah.
bought one because I hated traffic so much. I was like, I don't care. I'll whip a Prius. I don't have to be stuck in traffic. Get home 40 minutes earlier.
Get called all
You
kinds of
driving a
names.
Prius would be a funny scene.
Yeah, I remember I told that to somebody. He's like, he was like, I can't even say it. Well, no, I won't even say it. But anyways, he was very judgmental. I was like, I didn't know that you were that type of person. I was like, no, man. He's like, have you ever been in one? Do you know what you look like? I'm like, all right, calm down.
So I'm the type of person that doesn't want to sit in traffic. Yeah.
Traffic used to make me. I felt like I was gonna have a psychotic episode, just being
Yeah.
stuck there. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I can never live in LA.
Yeah. Glenn lived in LA for a bit. He owns property down there.
The bank does, buddy. So
He has to get used to that traffic.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, you could also use to stop scareware. I have uBlock Origin, so I install ad blockers on most of the computers, if not all the computers in the house. So that helps a lot because a lot of it's based off of like JavaScript and things like that. That ad blockers will help, or use things like Brave, the privacy-centric browser that's supposed to stop a bunch of that stuff too.
Hey, shout out to Brave. It works. Pretty impressed by it. So thanks, Chris.
You're
Well,
welcome.
the fact that Brave blocks that outright.
Yeah, they block trackers. They block a lot of crap. Well, I can't tell if it's actually Brave blocking because I have uBlock Origin installed too. So So it could be uBlock, could be Brave, but Brave does block a lot of the nonsense stuff.
Well,
Your
Chrome does
office
it
is
now
getting
too, right?
cluttered, by the way, Chris.
Yeah.
You're starting to look like a hoarder again. You have this big, beautiful house. Organized,
Yeah.
buddy.
I don't think he has enough
Yeah.
coffee cups and tea bags.
I need to put my Halloween costumes away. Halloween's
It's-
What's going
over.
on?
That award you have in your upper right-hand corner, I took that out the other day and spiked it like a football. It shattered pretty cool. Then I was like, there was
You know,
glass
honestly.
everywhere. Yeah.
The Z. Yeah.
I was like, man, I really should have done that. It was like somebody could walk out and get little shards of glass stuck in their feet. Kind of
Cut
felt bad about
themselves?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Topic 2. No.
Anything that helps stop people from getting scammed, I think, is a good thing. So good on Microsoft for doing that. They didn't have to, but they did. For a second topic, in a serious case of who watches the Watchmen, 3 former employees of cybersecurity incident response companies, Digital Mint and Signia, have been indicted for allegedly hacking the networks of 5 U.S. companies in Black Cat or Alpha V ransomware attacks back in 2023. 2 of the alleged criminals were ransomware negotiators, and the other was an incident response manager. Per the
This is a
indictment,
good
the group's alleged victims included Tampa medical device maker, a Maryland pharmaceutical company, a California doctor's office, a California engineering firm, and a Virginia drone manufacturer, so spanning multiple verticals here. The 3 acted as a full-on affiliate, gaining initial access, deploying ransomware, stealing the data, and then extorting the companies for cryptocurrency. The trio collected at least one $1.3 million ransom payment from that Tampa medical device company. We always preach to watch out for insider threats, but you may not expect that the insider threat to come from one of your cybersecurity vendors.
You're going to protect us, right? Yeah, man, I got your back. It's going to be bad, though. That's horrible.
It's like you put these trust in these companies to keep you safe, and then they're the ones that are acting on behalf of the ransomware gangs.
I mean, let's be real. Who's ever even heard of Digital Mint and Signia? Is that how you say it? Signia.
Signia, I think.
Yeah.
Signia, yeah.
There's a reason, like I've said this once and said it 1,000 times. It's like you get what you're paying for, right? Just like discounted butcher meat. There's a reason why these guys may have been a little cheaper.
Yeah, you don't necessarily find this at like a Mandiant or a CrowdStrike.
Yeah. Or a Red Canary. Come on, don't be a jerk. Or Unit 42, right? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
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 When are we going to come out Unit 43 just to one up?
Why not just 46?
Yeah.
Just go
Unit
straight up.
6-7.
Yeah, you
six,
pay
seven.
now for the kids. Unit 6-7. Yeah, I was trying to figure out like sometimes I like to like look up the history of the name of like
Yeah.
why they call it what it is. And I remember looking at Todd's company. I was like, man, this is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Like,
The
Like,
origin
give-
of their company name.
yeah, I was like, at first I thought it meant cat. I was like, I don't even know, like, but that's Gato.
El
But anyways.
Gato. Yeah.
Oh, Gato, yeah. Different strokes for different folks. I would say
Yeah,
you named one of those. What would you call them? Digital cybersecurity response teams.
hmm
I will say one of
IOTs.
those. Yeah, one of those companies went to one of my customers and they're like, Zscaler is good, but they actually suck. I was like, what? Why would you say that, dude? Like, what is your context here? Like, you're supposed to be like a independent third company or third
Yeah.
party, and like he was going on and on about let's say a DNS thing. I was like, but no, we stopped that. Like, I don't understand. Like, did you just not turn the button on? Like, like who's giving you this information is insane.
Sounds like fake news.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
A lot of times, just misconfiguration on anyone's part, right? I mean, it's like it's the security controls were there. It was just misconfigured somewhere.
Yeah.
Yep.
100%.
Yep.
Or it's
That's
just
one of
white
those
noise,
things,
so
like-
many notifications. Just sleep right through it.
Mm.
It's one of those things. How do you stop something like this? Like we always get, we're a vendor, and we get tons of these vendor questionnaires that say, have your employees pass a background check? Do you have, MFA? Like, things to like stop them from getting unintentionally breached, but how do you stop like a motivated threat actor that has this type of access? Like they need this access to do their job, and then they go ahead and abuse that access. So maybe it's the giant stick of the law that's gonna throw the book at these guys and make it not worth their while anymore.
I think if you look at it, it'll be harder and harder to get jobs in security, simply because the background checks are just going to be ridiculously hard to pass, right? Not only do you validate who you are, but your background, if dates don't match. Maybe they might even go to your social profiles and even look for your darknet profiles or whatnot.
Maybe your bank account, any irregular payments to your bank accounts.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Is this person at credit risk?
Yeah.
Do they have a gambling addiction? Like,
yeah.
Are they placing bets on sports in the middle of a podcast like Glenn does?
Well, if you look at it now, I mean, some of the background checks are pretty invasive, where they're looking at credit scores, right? They're looking at a healthy thing of like, okay, dates that are on a application, do they match? And if they don't match, can you go back and provide some detail? Like, I think the day's coming, so it's going to be just as bad as getting a security. Was it a security clearance for the military? Yeah, especially for critical jobs, right? Or some of these security related jobs.
Yeah, I worked at a number of companies. I worked at a startup. The startup got acquired, and I established a good rapport at my startup. Like everyone knew who I was, and we were relatively small. And then when the acquiring company bought us, like, oh, you have to go through another employment verification background check thing. I'm like, all right, well, I've been vetted once by the startup, like, but you don't trust them. Sure, I get you might have a different process. That company was the only company I've ever had. They couldn't verify my college degree. I had to drive to my parents' house, get a copy of my diploma, and then send it to them for verification. Like, so that's the only time I've ever had to do that.
Damn.
And I graduated, I won't say throw off my age, but I graduated a long time ago, but they were still concerned that I actually did get this college degree that I had on my resume.
Yeah.
I want to say for here, when I got interviewed at Zscaler, they were doing the background check. They wanted me to like get the owner of some company to vouch for me. I was like, dude, my name was different back then. Like, this is going to be so difficult to reach out to them. Like, hey, remember me? I changed my name. Don't ask why. And now I know it's like 22 years later, but can you write a reference letter for me?
Yeah. You knew me as Duke Silver. Now I go by Brian.
Yeah. I think the only saving grace is just like throughout the years, I would just randomly pop into this place and just talk with people. It was insane how many people, like, I understand the owners wouldn't leave the company, right? It's their thing, but they're just like the lady at the front desk is still there. The main HR person's still there. The secure or the it's called infosec person that replaced me still there. I'm like, how the heck are you guys doing this? This is insane.
There for life.
Yeah, lifers. Some people just, yeah, that's what they do. Guess they can say that about me now. I've been here 8.5 years, so.
It's true. Yeah. I also want to say for this particular company, for the whole employment verification check, like, I think they made me get like a pay stub from a job more than 7 years ago. Like, I only keep 7 years worth of records because that's what the IRS requires. But I just happened to keep a pay stub from this old job, and like I think I had to send it to them to verify that I worked at this company.
Dang.
But even then, it's like, sure, that proves that I did what I said I did, but that doesn't prove that I'm not gonna go into one of our customers and ransom them. So I don't know. I don't know what the solution is here. Better logging.
Actually, this makes me think of something. So you have a vendor coming in, you could do session recording, right? Then how that's great because now you have repudiation standpoint. You can go back and look at it in time. But I think the way that maybe like one up that, and I just made a note to go reach out to PM is like, how about we start leveraging AI to vet the session recordings of like the behavior of what they were actually doing. I wonder if there's any context we can pull out of that. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah. Should this person be running PowerShell on this production box?
Yeah.
Like, Does the job require it? Sure. If not,
Why is there
block.
so many RM-Fs in his script?
Yeah. Again, that requires some level of alerting, and I think that's good after the fact. Like, we know who done it, but in real time or runtime, we gotta figure it out. I mean, that's just your normal ransomware prevention. Just stop this stuff from getting deployed.
Yeah. I think you'd be able to do it in real time if you had the ability to with AI.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zero trust plus AI.
I smell a RFE.
All right, for our third topic, we have yet another insider threat story of an executive over at L3 Harris Trenchant illegally selling zero-day exploits to a Russian exploit broker. U.S. defense contractor L3 Harris acquired the exploit developers Azimuth and Linchpin Labs and combined it into what they called Trenchant to develop lawful hacking tools, and now their former general manager was arrested for stealing those tools from his employer. A guy named Peter Williams admitted to stealing 8 zero-days worth about $35 million and selling them to a Russian broker for about $1.3 million between 2022 and 2025. As the general manager, Williams maintained super user access. He could see all the logs. He had access to every part of their secure network, including their exploit development network. And he loaded the exploits onto a portable USB drive, which to me was the most striking part of this story. It's hard to believe USB still works in the post-Snowden era, especially in these really, really secure areas. Making matters worse, Williams fired an employee back in February, accusing him of stealing the exploits when they showed up in the possession of an unauthorized broker. So they basically got alerted. They said, your exploit got out. Like, figure out who's the mole. And this guy found some scapegoat and fired him. Later on,
that's crazy.
That fired employee got a letter from Apple that his device had been targeted with mercenary-grade spyware, likely Pegasus or something similar. So that's when they put all the pieces together, found out this guy was framed, and that the person was still inside the company.
Wait, that employee got a letter from Apple saying all right, so that's interesting on the Pegasus thing, that Apple has the ability to detect Pegasus.
Yeah, Apple and Google. Like, some people with Android phones or with like Google Gmail accounts, like Google will proactively send you letters saying like you're being targeted with mercenary grade spyware.
That's crazy.
Like a letter in the mail?
Yeah, it usually has something to do with like the crash dumps. Like, when your iPhone crashes and then it says, do you want to send this report to Apple? And you say yes, and then they review the crash dump and they're like, uh-oh, this is bad. And then they have to alert the user that says, this isn't just some random app crashing, this is like targeted.
This is a U.S. defense contractor. Is this guy bound to federal type action here?
Oh, I'm sure, yeah.
He's gonna get the
U.S. defense contractor.
He's gonna get the electric chair, man.
Yeah, I don't know if it's... I can't remember if I read something or there's discussion like, is this treason? Like, is he actively, undermining his own country and selling to the enemies? Like, well, I think the argument here was these exploits. L3 Harris is a private company. They sell to the government, but they're a private company. They're not trade secrets. They're not state secrets. Not like that Bob Mueller? That guy, he actually stole and sold state secrets that got people killed. But this guy was trying to make a buck on the side, stealing from his employer.
Still not good. Not good at all. So.
Yeah, and that's also the thing. Remember, we talked a couple of weeks ago about these sports stars making hundreds of $1 million contracts, and they lose it all because they're throwing games for $700K. It's the same thing. This guy made $1.3 million over 3 years. This guy is the general manager at a major defense contractor. You'd think his salary and stock would be enough, but I guess apparently it just wasn't enough, and he needed more.
I mean, I could always use an extra 1.3 million for anyone listening.
Right. Off
Just
the
kidding.
books, untraceable accounting payments.
No. Yeah.
Not that way, Brian. Going back to episode 1, I don't like handcuffs.
Yeah.
Silver bracelets.
Of any type. Yeah, any type.
Yeah, I mean, this guy, all he had to do was just not steal. Like, I think the story said, like, he has a wife, he has kids. Like, this guy's got to spend decades in prison now, away from them because of a bad decision he made here.
That's not just a bad decision. That's a that's just a gross violation of security policy, like breach type, right? I mean, this is crazy.
Yeah, and imagine those tools, especially his choice of buyer to a Russian exploit broker.
Yeah.
Like, they're gonna flip that to the the SVU or SVR, FSB, one of those.
Could you imagine the guy that he set up going, "I told you I'm innocent."
Yeah.
Meanwhile, he's in Guantanamo Bay.
Getting interrogated.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's
He
the
set up a
challenge.
patsy.
This guy was the general manager. Like, when I worked in sysadmin work, I had people that, my boss and their boss's boss, the general managers, they had basically practically unlimited access, which is not a good thing. And I was talking with our friend of the show, Ben Coral, about this particular story, and I actually posed the question to him, like, in this day and age, how can anyone still allow USB, especially in secure areas? And he and I both kind of came to the same conclusion. Like, if you're high enough level and you scream loud enough, like, you can get an exception. Like, most people should not be using USB, but if I'm like, I'm an executive, I need this because my printer is broken and I have to move this file and I need it now, then they're likely to get some kind of exception for that.
Yeah, but to be an executive and then be the mole that sells the data, that's a totally different story there, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Sounds like someone had daddy issues.
Yeah. Someone's gonna get daddy issues in jail.
Yeah, just like,
is that a white collar crime? Does he go to like
Club Fed with Martha
Club
Stewart?
Fed? Yeah.
Check yourself in, check yourself out.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have a feeling the judge is going to throw the book at this guy because that's a very bad precedent. And I think the chilling effect, too, on exploit development in general, that there's a certain level of trust that they develop these things and they sell it lawfully to government agencies. And then they said, well, what happens if these things get out? Should we not do exploit development? And then here's just proof that it got out and could be used and weaponized against us.
Stuff don't work no more. Yeah.
Yeah, I got rid of mine. I think Brian tossed his after like the first week.
No
you ever
comment.
tried it at the gym?
The
Neither
Flipper
do.
Zero?
Yeah.
No, his smelling salt.
Oh. Yeah, I got rid of mine.
That's what it's actually intended for. It's supposed to be like a workout enhancer.
It's a something booster, right?
It's the same thing that when someone's knocked out, you crack it and put it over their nose and it wakes them up. That's all it really. Like the ammonia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, for our last topic, it'll be a rotating topic every week. This week, we're going to talk about line waiting as a service. There's a good chance that as you're listening to this podcast, you're in some kind of line, either a line at the coffee shop or at the airport or the DMV or waiting for Pokemon cards. So do you have better things to do? Because I sure do. For about $20 an hour, you could hire a line sitter or line waiting as a service. If it's below freezing or it's raining outside, just add another $10 per hour, and it's BYOC, so bring your own chair. Companies like TaskRabbit are now offering services to hire line sitters so you can do more important things rather than waiting in line for those rare Pokemon cards or that latest sneaker drop. So are there things you'd be willing to pay $20 or $30 an hour for to have someone wait in line for you?
That's like, think of the Black Friday sale where you're trying to save $100. You're gonna have someone wait in line all night long for $20 an hour to save the $100.
Yeah. In some instances, it doesn't make sense.
Maybe it's the Taylor Swift tickets that Brian likes to go, the concert that Brian likes to go watch. Maybe might be worth it.
I'm a Swiftie. Yep, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are just being farmed by bots online, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I think
Me personally, nah. Yeah, pass. Sorry.
I was gonna say I'm just so desensitized by it. Like I just get up and leave. Like if that's gonna happen, maybe again, I hate the theme parks, but if I had to go back to a theme park and I can hire a bunch of people go stand in line and I can just go from the back of the line to the front over and over and over again, maybe I do that.
What about that? Or you can pay the premium to get that private tour. They just cut the line.
That was like a
It's
once
called
in a
Fast Pass, Brian.
no, there like so there's the fast pass, but there's another one. So there's you have to call. It's seasonal, and you can have 10 people in your group. At least the time that we did it. So you still have to buy the park hopper pass, and for us it was tickets plus they gave you like a chaperone that will get you wherever you want to the front of every line. It was an extra $10,000. And we did all of the theme parks in Disney in one time. Like you just get to the front of the line, just want to do it again, just right there in front of the line. They just walk you around. It is
Oh, wow.
exponentially better than the fast pass. I mean,
Mine
$10
is heading as a
grand.
service.
What are we talking about? 10 grand.
10 grand.
for that.
But let's think about it. Like
Family
if
of
you,
10.
Split around.
$1,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
10 people.
but 10 people, but like what the reality is like you can't really do all of Disney in one day. So you have to look at that. It's like, okay, so it's 10,000, but it's also I'm going to do multiple theme parks over the course of 5 days, plus the hotel, plus the food. Then you get so close that it's like, and then there's no waiting. Like to me, it was like a no-brainer.
Yeah, I think you're missing the whole point of being miserable at Disneyland, spending all that money, waiting in line, being hot.
Yeah.
Right?
part of the
So-
experience.
Didn't have to wait in line. Didn't have to, like so.
Yeah.
I would be like if I could do this and it was cheaper than the 10 grand and still be able to get the front of the lines. Yeah, I'd do it. But again, you'd have to convince me that I need to go to Disneyland ever or Disney
Yeah.
World ever again. Like I don't.
Yeah, they're doing this for parking too in San Francisco, aren't they? Parking Spot Hero,
yeah,
something like
Spot
that.
Hero. Yeah, there's apps for that where you can pay to reserve a parking spot in advance.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will
I
say,
don't
since
know.
you brought up the whole Taylor Swift ticket thing, so I will be traveling to Japan in the future, and I tried to book. I don't know if you guys have heard of it, the Pokemon
not-
Cafe.
You're not going to travel in the past? What the heck, Chris? What are you? Okay. Anyways, yeah, no, I've not heard about this Pokemon Cafe.
It's like it's really popular, and they only have a set number of reservations per day. I think it's like 20 or 40 maybe or so per day, and then you have to go to the website. It's like a rare sneaker drop. Like you have to go there at exactly this time, hit refresh, and then hope the website doesn't crash. And I tried it like I don't know 3 or 4 times, and every time I did it, it was just like full. Like you hit the buy button, and mind you, it's 2 a.m. Pacific time when you have to book these tickets too, so it's not a very convenient time to do it. You book it, the website inevitably crashes. When the website comes back up, they're all sold out. So it's just really literally luck of the draw. And then there's these like I don't know, these like Facebook groups and other places where they'll resell you their reservation for an exorbitant fee, but unfortunately there's a lot of scammers out there too. So maybe that if you could find like a reliable way to get rare reservations like this, then maybe that might be worth it.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you haven't created a bot to make it through all that, Chris.
They
Leverage.
are pretty good with their anti-bot technology, like their CAPTCHAs and things like that.
Yeah.
To prevent that. I mean, I'm sure they have the whole trace buster thing that those sophisticated scripts and bots can get through it, but I don't think I'd be at that level to figure that out.
Meanwhile, ticket scalpers are like, this is our whole business. What you're describing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I was trying to think if there's anything worth paying for. Like, it's like when I go to the DMV, which sucks. Like, going to the DMV is awful. Every time you have to go there in person, like I just bring my work laptop and I just work the whole time. So I'm like,
Dude, there's a fix around that for the DMV. You pay the $80 for AAA, and then you go to a AAA office, and you get in Monday through Saturday.
I had to go twice, and I think both times required the actual DMV, not the AAA. So it wasn't like a vehicle registration or driver's license renewal. It was something else that I had to go there, and every time I went there, it was an awful experience.
Arizona moved to scheduling an appointment.
I
Like,
did.
ever since COVID.
I did.
Yeah, and so
I scheduled the
there's no waiting.
appointment.
Yeah.
The appointment's like 4 months out. I get there, and I
Yeah.
still have to wait like an hour.
I haven't had to set foot in a DMV in like 7 years. Like, what? I'm just trying to think of what do I need to do inside of a DMV that I can't do inside of AAA. So
Chris is trying to do a power of attorney. His uncle
yeah,
passed, I
that's
bet.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
He's trying to
when I had
register
when I got Real ID, I think you had to go to the actual DMV to get Real ID. I don't think you can do that at AAA because they have to like verify like your passport and birth certificate.
They don't do DMV doesn't do driver's license. So
You mean AAA?
it's just AAA. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was one reason I had to go. And the other reason is really stupid. Like, I paid my vehicle registration online like a good Californian, and then they said, oh, we never got your payment, or your payment bounced. They said something stupid, and there's like no appeals process whatsoever. Like, they give you a phone number, you call the phone number, no one ever picks up. I called every single time of the day, no one ever picks up. And they said, we're going to revoke your registration unless you show up in person to a DMV office with cash, right? So no checks, no credit cards. You have to show up with cash,
fished.
and you pay a penalty. No, I mean, I showed up to the office, and they gladly took my money. Yeah, that was a terrible experience, I will say.
You guys are both lifers in California, aren't you? You guys are never moving.
Don't say that.
Oh,
Don't say that. Don't
Glenn
say
might.
that. I might. We'll see.
All right, Chris, definitely you're stuck, right?
I will say there is one circumstance in which I will have the ability to flee the state, but I'll tell you guys that later.
Oh, can't wait.
Can only be told at the summit.
Yeah. Yeah. Otherwise, yes, Brian, I am here for life. Gonna enjoy that 16% tax rate soon.
God,
Is that
it's higher than that?
16
It's
now?
gotta be.
What was it before?
It's 14.3 right now. It's gonna go up to 16 pretty soon.
Jeez.
It's a communist state. I'm
Yeah,
telling you
that's
right
state
now.
alone. Yeah, you got 38% federal, 10% sales, 1% property.
Yeah.
But at least the weather's nice.
The poor get poorer, and the rich get poorer. Apparently, with this new model.
Yep.
Just
Yeah.
trying to make it through the end of the day. That's all I'm trying to do.
Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of instances where people are like, well, time is money. I'd rather be doing something else. But like, if you can figure out what to do while waiting in line, I guess it's not terrible. But I thought it was interesting. I mean, it's capitalism where there's a market where there's a willing seller, there's a willing buyer, then they'll meet and they'll pay. I've actually never met like a professional line sitter, I guess. Like when I'm in line, sometimes I chat with people around me, figure out what their story is, and I never actually met someone who's like, oh, I'm just a line sitter. Like I've never gotten that.
University of Oregon graduate that was working at Uber is now making more money line sitting.
Yeah, maybe.
Nothing against University of Oregon folks, so
Go Ducks.
go Ducks.
Go Quacks.
All right, well, we continue to get great comments about our dad joke of the week.
Dad joke of the week.
This week, I'm up. NASA is launching a satellite to say sorry to all the aliens out there. They're calling it the Apollo G.
Sure. Oh,
Hey, I got one. I'm going to say this one too. If
Go
you
for
don't
it.
mind. What kind of farm animal is really good at opening doors?
chickens,
Rooster.
gators.
A turkey.
Turkey. Nice Thanksgiving joke there, Glenn.
Yes.
All right.
Warm.
All
Wah, wah, wah.
Womp womp.
right, to wrap things up, Microsoft Edge is striking back at tech support scams. 3 cybersecurity workers were hacking for Alpha V. L3 Harris Trenchant executives stole and sold zero-day exploits and used line sitting as a service the next time you don't want to wait. That's all I have for this week. Hope you enjoyed this week's episode. Find us all on LinkedIn. Links will be in the description. Follow us on Instagram at PEBCAK Podcast. Thank you to our listeners and subscribers. Rate us 5 stars in the iTunes Store and Spotify and left us a review. We appreciate you all spreading the word to help grow the show. The best way to find us is to search for the PEBCAK Podcast in your favorite podcast listening app. My co-host Brian Deitch and Glenn Medina. I'm Chris Louie. Thanks for listening. We'll see you all next week. And as always, have a nice day.
Bye, Felicia.
Ah, Felicia.
Have a nice day.